Straight ahead, it's our month of May edition of City Span. We'll take you to the grand opening of the Savannah Cultural Arts Center, a multi-million-dollar gem where the arts and culture will be featured for years to come. And the featured theater takes a name deep in the historic fiber of Savannah. It's the Front Porch, a welcoming site for youth and families to gather. It's the newest multi-agency resource center, set up to serve the needs of Savannah's citizens. From a ride down a brightened up bike lane, to a stroll beyond the live oaks, to a collective effort to spruce up the city, SGTV has you covered with this edition of City Span, and it starts now. Welcome to City Span. It's May days around here and spring is fully in the air. We are set to bring you wall-to-wall features on news, entertainment, and major projects in and about the city of Savannah. I'm Ken Slatz and I'll be your host for the next half hour. We'll start in the downtown historic district. We are excited to have open the Savannah Cultural Arts Center. It is a $25 million facility bringing the arts, dance, and plenty of culture to the corner of Oglethorpe and Montgomery.
1, 2, 3.
With the snips of the ceremonial scissors, this $24 million SPLOS project opened for business.
It's a SPLOS program that is going to benefit so many people for so many years to come that it would be hard to measure the impact it's going to have on our community.
A place where our children and adults of this community can come and learn and enjoy.
It definitely runs the gamut for arts and culture, song and dance. 39,000 square feet, which includes a 464-seat performing arts theater named after the late local legend Ben Tucker.
He was an icon and will always be remembered as an important part of music in Savannah.
When the history of this community is written, Ben Tucker will be in that history in a very positive way.
Ben Tucker, just one of many who inspired. Now the city has a state-of-the-art facility where many others will inspire and be inspired.
And what this center does is it honors the people who have left the legacy of who we are as Savannah, but it also opens up a new chapter of who we will be. And think of all the stories that will come out of this place. No matter your income, your neighborhood, no matter what your story of Savannah is, it is a place for you.
And this is the communities building. This is for all of Savannah. It's not downtown and everybody else stay in their neighborhoods. We want to make sure that you all are ambassadors. So when you walk through this building and you hear the music and you see the dancing and you get the chills like I did in there, I want you to take that energy back out into your community, into your churches, into your schools, and if you have to drag them in here kicking and screaming, bring the community in so that we can all celebrate our diversity and our talent.
You can check out the classes available on our website, savannahga.gov/artsclasses, or give Sarah a call, 912-651-6417. That's 912-651-6417. Later in the show, we'll take you to more of the opening weekend. Saturday was all about hands-on experiences for our area's young ones. That's coming up in about 10 minutes. It's called the Front Porch, and its slogan is where youth and families gather. It is a multi-agency resource center working together, implementing a risk reduction program designed to help families in need of services.
When they walk in this door, their story actually begins here.
The most important thing about it is it takes kids out of the judicial system and brings them into an area where we can assess them, get an idea of what their situation is without getting them tied up in the courts and getting them tied up in the jails.
They can make it look like however they want to. If they're going in the wrong direction, then this is their new start.
The collaboration among all of these agencies will prove to our community that we can work together and expand our limited resources to achieve optimal success for the community.
When they walk in the door, the first thing that we want them to know that they are at a place where we care. Every person that they're going to touch, they know that these individuals are not just here to work, they're here because they care and they want their lives to change.
It's truly a team effort, a multi-agency resource center housed in the city-owned facility on Abercorn Street. It's designed to provide parents, social agencies, and law enforcement with resources needed to divert use from the judicial system.
If this program operates correctly and achieves the results that we hope it will, we will see fewer students, fewer young people going to give them a court.
They know that it is a center where youth can come and feel, first of all, safe and know that they can receive the services that they need to be successful.
The government on one side of it, and then they got all the folks that are actually delivering services in the same building with them in an office to the opposite side. So it really works well that they can walk across the hall basically and actually engage these people without having to leave the facility. So it's a big deal for the kids that come in here and the families that come in here. But it's not just kids. This is a family issue. It's not just a kids issue.
We're trying to work together in unison to make sure that these kids, have a successful transition into our communities.
The Front Porch is on Abercorn Street between 38th and 39th Streets. You can reach the Resource Center by calling 912-652-6555. The city of Savannah has made a change at the top of the leadership pyramid. Longtime County Administrator Pat Monahan will serve as interim city manager. He's replacing Rob Hernandez, who served more than 2 years in the permanent role. He's heading back to Southern Florida. Monahan will serve as the interim until 2020, when the city will hire a new permanent city manager. Time for a quick break. Much more to come. We'll take a roll down Lincoln Street on the freshened up bike lane. Plus our staff hitting the streets to help revitalize our neighborhoods. But it was a hot one at Grayson Stadium. City staff's Battle of the Beans, the chili challenge in the spotlight. We'll be right back on City Span.
When you dial 911 for a structure fire here in Savannah, you will get at least 25 firefighters on your scene.
It's a lot more than just putting out the fire and then going back to our station. We will stay there to make sure that the citizens are taken care of.
Because we keep such a high level of training, the ability to adjust from one situation to another is extremely simple for us.
Savannah Fire is an internationally accredited agency and is an ISO Class 1 department. Only 2% of all fire departments have achieved this prestigious level. Think you have what it takes to be one of the elite? For more information, savannahfire.org. Welcome back to City Span, your source for news, information, and entertainment in and about the city of Savannah. Speaking of entertainment, you saw in our last segment the grand opening night's features and events of the Savannah Cultural Arts Center. Well, that was Friday night. The festivities picked up Saturday, and it was a huge artistic and dancing success.
We've had different performances from all of our community members, such as Coastal Jazz, a Benny Dance Theater, Savannah Stage, the Garrison School for the Arts.
Definitely a wide-ranging event, opening eyes not only to this world-class facility, but to the opportunities it offers.
In this one hallway, you can do everything. Fibers, metals, whatever. We have the whatever room. And then you have 2 clay rooms.
We made little clay pockets and then put seeds in them, and then you can make it into whatever you want. And when you put it outside and when it rains, it washes the clay away. And then the seeds grow. It's just anyone who likes art can just come and do art. They have little activities to do too. And there's jewelry. People can make jewelry. That's really cool.
I think it's super important because I think Savannah is becoming more and more known as an art city. And I think it's great to have a central place for people to come where they can create stuff, they can learn.
Savannah is on the international arts map thanks to its amazing world-class institutions. The Savannah Cultural Arts Center is positioned in a place where the local community has a place to showcase their local talent. We're going to be fostering in-house talent to make sure that it's accessible to the tourists as visitors and the community all alike.
It's a place that'll be busy year-round, and that hustle and bustle really gets going strong this very first summer.
We are bringing back our performing arts camp. That's going to start July 8th, and part of our programming is going to be really focused on dynamic and inclusive programming. We will have exhibitions, we will have workshops, classes, and summer camps, all for the children of our local community.
A local community that is strong in the arts, culture, dance, and more. That passion starts at an early age.
Do birds have ears on the outside? No. I've had my repeat offenders in here this morning. They are so excited. Kids that we've seen since they were 6 and they're now 16 and coming back to teach with us. So, you know, it's nice. It's very family oriented. We're like an extended family. This is great. It's like a dream come true.
I love this place. Yeah.
What a wonderful time everybody had at the Savannah Cultural Arts Center on opening weekend. You know, the city continues going green in several different ways, and this time bikers are benefiting from these safety measures. The bike lane on Lincoln Street has a fresh coating of paint, clearly visible from Victory Drive to Liberty Street.
We have to become much more focused on becoming a multimodal community.
Alderman Bill Durrance helping cut the ribbon on the brightened up bike lane. A major step towards strengthening other modes of transportation besides the car.
I think this is a great beginning of a recommitment to something that a commitment the city made some time ago for a complete streets program.
What I hope is a long-term campaign for the other 31 miles that we want to put into our city.
The mayor reiterating his pitch for not only freshened up bike lanes, but new ones in all parts of our city.
I'd love to see the city focus not only on the downtown area, but continue focus on South Side and Midtown and the east and west sides of the city that desperately need this infrastructure for people to get to work, to school, to continue their education, and to get to parks.
The city of Savannah is number 2 in bicycling commuters in the state. And that's just counting people who bicycle commute daily.
It's not just about people going to work, it's about people going to play. And so this is really about bringing this infrastructure that we see here on Lincoln Street to the rest of Savannah so everyone here can enjoy.
City officials have indicated the plans to paint the Price Street bike lane are already underway. The city of Savannah celebrated Earth Day in fine fashion, and the festivities seem to be growing, moving from Forsyth Park over to Daffin Park this year. Our Matthew Worth was there in the middle of it all.
The city of Savannah has sponsored Earth Day since at least 2000.
However, Earth Day has been celebrated in the city since 1970.
It's really a community grassroots festival and celebration.
Nick Deffley represents the city of Savannah for the Chatham Sustainability Coalition. He's deeply involved in the full support of this community event.
And just celebrating the beautiful place that we find ourselves in Savannah with the tree cover, the parks, the squares, all of it, and just being able to really communicate our appreciation and our value of having such a great natural environment around us.
We are here today to basically teach people how to be an advocate for their water.
Laura Walker's passion for clean water goes beyond her work for the city. She advocates for water education and conservation.
So we have lots of games. One is what to flush and what not to flush down the toilet. The other game that we have is teaching kids basically if it's a smart thing to do or a dumb thing to do, and we give little Smarties and little dumb lollipops, and basically trying to teach them to be smart about things like what not to put on the ground, because we have a saying, if it's on the ground, then it's in your water.
Which complements our city's initiative, Keep Savannah Clean.
Teaching the children and adults at an early age to recognize the connection of land and water.
It's actually a bicycle that we have attached a blender to the back. So it's a human-powered blender, and we are making human-powered smoothies today in honor of clean energy, first of all, healthy eating and healthy food, secondly, and third, we're really trying to highlight a lot of the great work that the city and the community really is doing on greenways and pedestrian and bicycle infrastructure.
Other features this year were the music of the train racks, food, fun, and festivities with full focus on environmental responsibility. For CitySpan, I'm Matthew Worth.
And thank you very much, Matthew. It is chili time. That's right. The city of Savannah embarked on a team-building event at Grayson Stadium. Departments competed in a chili challenge, with the winners capturing the prestigious wooden spoons. Tons of chunks of chili, beans and hot sauce, and city staff enjoying it all. While the chili challenge was on, so was the Battle of Brute.
Gotta be quick and hard. Ready?
From Savannah PD.
Go! Drive!
To fire to operations, infrastructure, community, and strategic services. And the winner, the toughest team in town, Team Mentor and Savannah Police Department from the Tug of War. There were plenty of other opportunities to top the list.
2 out of 3, single elimination.
Savannah Fire scrambling to an egg race title.
You got this! Come on, Ed! Come on!
And with plenty of hop to win the jump rope marathon. Infrastructure and development soared to the sack race title.
1, 2, 3, go!
And city manager Rob Hernandez's team saw the rest of the field drown in the water balloon toss. And the winners of the first Chili Games participant, congrats to Team Captain Zach Swindell, Joe Bilbrey, Devion Brunson, Robert Morrow, Tashaya Edwards, Noah Perkins, SPD, Tim Mentor, Savannah Police Department. The main ingredient for the city's day of bonding was, of course, the Chili Challenge. The heat was on to win one of the coveted wooden spoons. Fresh out of the city manager's office, Renee Higgins, third place chili. Second place, out of revenue, Holly Moore. In first place, congrats to Budget and Victoria Keller. James Grant, out of Community Services, captured the People's Choice Award. And Janelle Few and her fellow folks from Savannah Fire won the Best Booth Award. Congrats to all of our chili challengers. What a wonderful time had by all over at historic Grayson Stadium. We are not done yet. We will learn about the Live Oaks. It's a Hungry for History teaser. Plus more city workers bonding, this time in a collective effort to take out the trash. It's coming up on our May Day edition of CitySpan. As we head to break, let's flash back and enjoy some of the sights and sounds from the city's biggest annual event, of course, St. Patrick's Day Parade and Festival.
debris clogs our storm drains, your area can flood. You can help stop it. It may seem obvious, but please don't put debris down the storm drains. This includes lawn clippings, leaves, litter, and you. Yeah, you, with the construction debris. What do you think will happen when that hardens? You've sealed your storm drain shut. Be smart and keep your property from flooding. Only rain down the drain. Your storm drain is not a trash can. Thanks.
Hey, I'm Savannah Dan, the tour guide in Savannah. Downtown Savannah is special because of the squares. There's no other city in America that looks like this. We're the #1 walking town in America because everything's flat as a fritter. We've got 22 gorgeous squares. We got azaleas, we got camellias, we got oak trees that are going on 200 years old. And it is a sight to behold. People come from all over the world and they walk through the squares and they look up in amazement and go, your city is so beautiful. And I always look at them and say, thank you. And we're gonna try to keep it that way. We're a great town that likes to hand you a cocktail and let you walk out the door with it. We got a lot of great restaurants, one of the top 10 foodie destinations in the US. You're walking down the street, you've got a plastic cup, a styrofoam cup, you got a bread wrapper, whatever. We got receptacles in every square. Everywhere you go, there's a trash can. Use them. Throw your trash away. Savannah's our home. Don't trash it.
Welcome back to the stretch run of CitySpan. For your future reference, all the stories that run on CitySpan can be seen individually on our City of Savannah YouTube page. Just search City of Savannah. From its architecture to its natural environment, Savannah has long been a lure for artists of all varieties. And in the early decades of the 20th century, the city sought to nurture local artists while attracting prominent artists from other parts of the country. But it's not just the live oaks and the Spanish moss that served as inspiration for their works. Courtney McNeil, chief curator of the Telfair Museums, has more in this latest installment of Hungry for History, a monthly program sponsored by the city's municipal archives.
So in addition to fostering the work of local artists here in Savannah, there were also things afoot that helped bring in nationally known artists who then use their internationally renowned styles and award-winning approaches to art to depict the Savannah area. So Elliot Clark is one of those who was brought in as a visiting artist by the Savannah Art Club. He came for the winter in both 1924 and 1925, and he took subjects like the bustling activity of the wharves industry on Hutchinson Island, and the view of River Street, which was not nearly as popular and crowded at the time. It was kind of a barren industrial landscape at that time, and so he took these kind of off the beaten path subjects and used those as subjects for his work.
In addition to the nationally known artists, Savannah artists like Christopher A.D. Murphy, Mark Sheridan, Augusta Olching, and self-taught artists William Golding and Anna Hunter were also featured at the Telfair during the decade spanning from 1920 to 1960.
So today we really retain this dual commitment to both bring the best of world-class art to Savannah and to also recognize our important role here in the cultural fabric of our city. I'm uniquely positioned to tell the story of art in Savannah.
The Great Savannah Litter Pickup was a collaboration with the city, neighborhood associations, and parkers. Well, the city went above and beyond, following up with another day of service. City staff hitting the streets in full force. From police to fire, IT to payroll, engineers to health and wellness, City of Savannah employees hit the streets in full force for the Great Savannah Litter Pickup.
It gets us out of our normal working environment. It puts us in a situation where we're out in the community making a difference, and we get to see our co-workers in a different setting.
I've had an opportunity to spend time with people outside of my department, which is enjoyable. Talk about other things besides my computer does at work, and meet people. Surprisingly very well received this morning. The people seem to really appreciate what we're doing.
Which is helping to clean up our city. In the span of about 4 hours, nearly 600 city workers picked up 2.25 tons of litter.
And it shows that we care for our community and that we want our community clean. And hopefully we'll take the lead on this and then they'll follow.
We don't want to see our neighborhoods trashed, and so we're pitching in.
Environmental health is huge. I mean, when you're walking around, you have garbage stuck in the things, you don't need to be smelling or seeing that stuff, but just the environment, being outside, getting your vitamin D.
It truly was an enjoyable day for city staff, a productive day, and an eye-opening one.
Women riding down through here, walking down through here, you don't realize how much trash is actually on the street until you get out here and start picking it up.
We're all getting dirty, we're all getting sweaty, picking up trash to make Savannah a better place to live, and I think that's important.
Help out our community and make it livable and beautiful. So when you drive by, you see beautiful things and beautiful places. You can take a look at the beautiful architecture instead of looking at the trash that may be visible from the street level.
And I think it's helpful for the community to see that, hey, you know, we live here too.
And for all who live, work, and play in Savannah, join the movement. Keep Savannah clean. And that'll wrap up our May Days edition of City Span. We'll be back with plenty more in June, including the state of small business and the kickoff of the Summer 500. So join us then. Remember, you can check us out online anytime. Just head on over to savannahga.gov. Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm Ken Slatz. For all of us here at SGTV, thanks for watching City Span, and thanks for making Savannah your home.